to Hi, welcome people. This is the new segment on our Footywit channel, on our Footywit YouTube channel. It's called Footywit FPL Scope with Footywit, and I'm here with this FPL crooner. He's so crazy and so madly in love about FPL. But in case you guys don't understand what FPL is, FPL stands for Fantasy Premier League for the season 2021-2022 season. But like we on Footywit, we have a Fantasy Premier League that is currently going on, and we have over 190 something participants, right, Silas?
Yes, right.
Oh, pardon me, apologies, but this is Silas Toma that will be co-hosting this segment with me today. But this is just like a test run episode. Moving on, he will be the guy in charge of coming up with content on this segment of Footywit channel on YouTube. But like I said, we have an FPL group currently running over 190 something participants, and this guy here is the one topping. He's always the manager of the month every month, apart from last month that someone else took over. But let me stop all my ramblings. You all know me. My name is Ahis Anthony, and moving on, I'll just hand over to Silas, who will be anchoring this episode. So stay back and enjoy the episode as we go on. Silas, over to you.
All right. So my name is Silas Thomas, as Ace has said. So today we'll just be going through how COVID has affected a lot of managers in the FPL community. How some clubs have missed out on some games due to COVID, and also how management of players have been for some clubs in this tight Christmas schedule. So obviously from what we've gathered and everything, Burnley is the club to have missed out on most games in this due to this COVID. They have missed out on 4 games altogether. Meanwhile, Tottenham has missed out on 3. Likes of Watford, Brighton, and Everton has missed out on 3 also. So, what
Arsenal, my favorite club, has missed out on 1.
Yeah, Arsenal has missed out on, and this game week now made it 2. Yeah, so okay. So you're Arsenal fan. Okay. So,
yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan, man.
So what is basically state is that because they have missed out on some game weeks, means they will have double game weeks along the line in other game weeks that are coming forward. So I'll be looking at possible ways that you can manage your team and see how you can strategize to score some more points in the double games that may come up later in the season. Okay, so first of all, let's just go ahead, and teams that are likely to miss out on some coming game due to the COVID. Obviously, we've heard from Leeds camp that they still have more coronavirus issues, and they'll be missing out on game 21 also. So Leeds game,
but they missed out on game. Then they missed out on game week
really
19, right?
Yeah.
They missed out on game week 19, which was against Liverpool. I think they're missing one against Everton as well. And that is game week. Game week what?
Yes. They missed game 20.
Okay,
so.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Yeah, so basically, we have not heard any news from them, and they have said they still have issues of some COVID in their camp. So basically, they are likely to still miss out on coming game weeks, except there is something concrete from the coach. So I like to miss out also Everton and Wolves, because still they're not giving out any response. The press conferences are not saying anything positive about the coronavirus issue in their camp. So we should look out for their assets and maybe see how we can try as much as possible to remove them for now. For example, now I know a lot of persons got rid of Rafinha in game week 19. But
sorry. For the benefit of those that don't,
there's no
apologies, Silas,
from their camp yet. So
for the benefit of those that don't understand the word assets, what does assets mean?
Okay, by asset I mean the players.
Okay. Okay.
Leeds players, Everton players, and also.
Okay. You can continue.
Okay, right. So a lot of persons got rid of Leeds assets. Basically, the most asset in the game, it's Rafinha, and so Rafinha, a lot of persons got rid of him in game week 19 because he didn't get the game against. So, but he has been on some serious hauls. Like he has been scoring penalties and all for like three games. He was scoring penalties just because Bamford and Keane is now available. So he was like the first penalty taker for Leeds, and I just give it to Rafinha. And Rafinha has been helping a lot of managers take over quite well. So, so also Everton, a lot of persons really pulled off the bandwagon on their assets, on their players' sense. But Gray is still one very popular player. 8.8%. Very good fixture run. They have Burnley at home, Norwich away, Aston Villa at home, Newcastle goes on to be, but because on their assets, even a lot of persons have put out on Gray, and so they were looking forward to put up. I personally advise that they pull out, remove their assets, they still remove Everton assets until we have something. So the same with Wolves. The most popular assets from Wolves is Jimenez. Other assets exist also, like Sa from who's 4 point, but Jimenez is 4.7, and still they're going to see how they're going to manage their team. Personally, I advise that if there's no news from them yet, they should not really bank on these assets. Okay, so why Spurs is like one of the best FPL is basically because Conte has taken Spurs has taken a new look under Conte. They have been good thereabouts. So, but three most popular players from Spurs Regulion, who is at defense 3 million, and then 5 million in the game, is 24%, 24.5% owned. I think it's the most owned Tottenham asset because
I think I have Regulion. I have Regulion in my team though.
Highest scoring midfielder. It's also the highest scoring player. Okay. Right, yeah. So Son is also the highest scoring. Why Regulion is coming to a very popular pick is because he's as a defender, he loves defenders. Over some years ago in Chelsea at 16-17 season, we saw how Marcus Alonso turned from any kind of defender to a very premium defender. That period for a short period. Basically, there are a lot of talks going around the community that game week 22 maybe a made official announcement that it's going to be a double game week. So, but we're still looking forward to it, and a lot of you may be thinking of planning your teams ahead of game week 22, a double game back. Because Tottenham has missed out on Brighton and Brentford.
Yeah, I have a question.
So
I have a question to ask them.
Yeah.
So I have a question I want to chip in. If you permit me.
Sir?
I have a question I want to ask. All though right. I know the network is not that favorable, though, but I just hope you hear me out. So, for instance, on game week 21, there are some games that didn't go down. So, for example, for game week 20, there were some games that didn't go down. Example, Arsenal Wolves. And I had Ben White, I had Thomas Partey in my team. So does that mean for that game week, because Arsenal didn't play, does that mean I'll have to forfeit the points on these two players? Can you just shed light on that? Silas, can you hear me? Or did you hear my question?
Because Arsenal didn't play 2 players.
Yeah. The network is not that good where Silas is. Though Silas is joining us live
Okay,
on
so
this
I didn't
on
really
this
get
stream
you.
from Delta State. Yeah. What the question I asked was for game week 20, I had Ben White and I had Thomas Partey in my FPL team. So with all these latest happenings or these latest developments, where because of COVID, some games are
Okay.
tend to be postponed or some games were postponed, i.e. Arsenal Wolves for game week 20. The game didn't hold down, the game didn't
Yeah.
happen, and I had Ben White and Thomas Partey in my FPL team. So does that mean I will forfeit points on those players for that game week 20?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. I get now. So for that game week, any points because and Wolves now. The Wolves had more coronavirus cases in their camps, so they forfeit the point. There's no.
Whoa. Okay. Okay. So you can just continue just to wrap up on what you were saying earlier, so we can round
Double
off
game week and
the
the
episode.
conflict. Likely to be game week 22.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. 22. A lot of talks are going on that game. I feel like the most valuable assets during that game week 22 are likely to be Tottenham assets. Why? Because like Reguilon, Son, and Kane, we see that they have improved a lot under Antonio Conte, and he still has a lot to do with the team. He's going on and on about saying he wants to improve the team, maybe in January and thereabout. But Reguilon is looking like you see how he gets along in those middle thirds. Okay, the time I think there was the game against the kick and the rebound. Reguilon was like the only player there, so he's
Yeah.
attacking enough to from the eye test is attacking like any manager that watches Tottenham would like to get Reguilon in their team. Some 3 game weeks of attacking returns under Sven Antonio Conte came in 2 game weeks ago. So and also subbed off to protect him. So but Reguilon is looking so likely. I was interested among all of them. Like I said, he's on 100 and player in the game. So and he's owned by 24% of managers in the game. Why Son is so interesting this game in particular is because Salah is going on for African competitions and a lot of
It won't be available. Yeah, it won't be available for some
in
games.
Salah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
and Son is like major move for a lot of persons in the community. So it's maybe for rank protection because you owning Son as an asset will help protect your rank for one. And then the likes of Kane are not really performing as respected under Ralf Ragnick. I feel like they have not really got into their game.
Okay.
Watching the game last thing against Norwich, and then the game against Hulls, they didn't look like they were hustling. They wanted to score. They wanted to win. So maybe we should hold off for 1 or 2 games and see how. He is one of the most match, and they are on today at home. So with Burnley back from like 4 game stretch of no football, maybe they will capitalize on that and win. So we just want to watch his picks, and it's a forward. It's cost at 12.5 million. So maybe Kane is also a good asset for you to have front line. But the problem comes on to workable. I feel like Kane is more interesting under your likes, and maybe you want to fit in more cash into your team rather. 8.2% of managers in the game, so a good point for you. Good differential. So that's it for having me and giving me the opportunity to be the anchor of this show.
You're welcome. Though your network was that.
When we're going to be here is.
Yeah, because it's nice having you though, but there was a bit of. I hope if our listeners were able to get all what you said, because I'm sure where you are operating from or where you're joining the stream, Delta States, right? Delta State in Nigeria, and I know the network is kind of like not too good over there, but we hope to improve on this. Like I said, this is just a test run episode of our FPL scoop segment on Footywit. And if I'm just to wrap up or do a recap on the players you've mentioned that I heard, you mentioned Regulon, you mentioned Human Son, and you mentioned Harry Kane. That for this game week 22, there are players that you FPL managers or most FPL managers should go for, simply because Salah will be out going into the AFCON, and Son will be a good replacement for Mo Salah. I don't know if I'm right. Yeah, apologies once again because I know there's a bit of delay in our communication because of the network. But Silas, Thomas, is nice having you. Thank you so much. And we hope to bring more subsequent episode on this segment. And the face you'll be seeing will be Silas, Thomas, to run this episode. But like I said, my name is Ahis Anthony. I'm a regular face on Footywit, like you all know me. And Silas will be taking on the episode for the FPL Scoop on Footywit. Thank you very much. And spend wisely and select your players wisely on FPL. Peace out. Bye.